Killjoy play, which I thought was really sick in the offseason. It's going to be EG starting on defense. And yeah, Sentinels, questions for these guys. Obviously, you know, as the winningest Sentinels casters from last year, Rob Moore had to get us in today. Flew you straight in overnight. Love to see that. But EG, they've got shooters now. Let's see what Sentinels have for us, though. Group up towards his A main.
Yeah, that check hasn't cleared yet, but I'm waiting on it.
Oh, yeah.
Any second.
It'll come.
Any second now. Comes that drone coming through. Mosquito comp hit activated. I mean, easy stun backside on the super. How does that just dropped in?
That's just not worked out for him at all here. Narray playing in front of security. But Com was really the only option to give EG a foothold after that fast hit came through. No nonsense, all business here from Sentinels. And we've got Bao. Obviously in a position to make his way across to this side. And Sen have a cover, they get the flank watched as well. And no follow-up here, the flashes out of security. One walks into the crosshairs of Redux. Bao already working with nothing but the Ghost.
I mean, ultimately, even if they take out Narrate there, the time is getting so low. Multiple players from Sen in main. Feels like this is unlosable.
Last player standing.
And here we go. Now, Guided Salvo going to make it impossible to get that defuse. And this is Sentinels getting off to the races. Talked about running it down on that attack side. Sentinels happy to keep up the trend.
Yep, that is some real Abyss gameplay and some real the meta, the world we live in gameplay, which is you have a Waylay, you have a Yoru, and when you have the Breach, you're just sending it in. The stun connects, the Waylay is right on top of that anchored player. This comp is just so good right now, so prevalent, and there is a reason. Like Waylay is just an incredible agent in the meta.
Straight here, we might just be running it back, right? We've got Stingers brought up for the second round.
Revealing area.
Another fast hit here for Sentinels.
Nothing for EG, just straight classic. So this one probably as good as done. You know, an opportunity for Sen to try and get some of those orbs maybe to Redux or Caillou. I think Neri takes that one, but you know, obviously want to get to that Yoru ult ASAP. Even though Yoru got some nerfs, the fact that we're seeing him in literally every single game definitely tells the story of how good the agent still is.
Off we go. Someone check on Lothar.
Flawless.
That's going to be EG exiting the round very quickly. Obviously to not suffer any economic downfall, give those ult boards over. That one out of the way nice and quick. Now though, the real deal.
With actual guns, let's see if EG can get this defensive setup that they have online. You're going to see Bao switching which site he's on very often. That was something they did last week. And then that's sort of in tandem, with Dijizin, who's going to be able to just teleport back and forth to the other sites. I really liked his Yoru, and I'm hoping we're going to see more of his Yoru in this series. He absolutely went off last week on defense.
Definitely a win condition, and Sen honestly weren't able to play around Koala very well in that last series. They were on the single initiator a lot, so that was an issue for them. But here, they've got the breach in tow.
It looks like Sen want to set up for an A split, but EG, they have intentions of getting very accurate in main.
Dijizin with a saturate has to back away. Good control here over towards tower side. Redux wants to get in the smoke, unlikely to hold him up for too long. Narrate though picked off. That looks like it threw smoke out towards main side. Redux has got to get active, but Oki shuts him down.
Sen really disconnected there. Multiple players very focused on Redux, who obviously made all that sound breaking the vent door, sending the clone through into heaven. Had two crosshairs his way. Sen just completely bogged down in main though. Could not get through, couldn't support. So Redux goes down totally isolated. Stinger is going to be tough at range heading towards B unless they can get up mid, work through heaven. So let's see what Bao can do on the anchor. You mentioned his proficiency from last week. He was really nice.
Pretty passive angle here. That's going to be smoked out as well to try and bleed the clock a little further. Some util has to be used in order to get past the smoke. So dead giveaway here for Bao. Pings it out. Now he knows the action is going to be over towards that B side. EG will set up, come through spawn.
So looks like a free plant. I mean, at the very least for Sen in future rounds, maybe the next one. Caillou's about to have that rolling thunder.
Yeah.
So early in the game, so early. So, you know, if they get a few kills here, at least Sen get away with some damage, maybe get him to that ult. This next round will be really important.
Fault line here you can play off for Caillou now, trying to play into this, but maybe thinks Dijizin was a clone or doesn't expect him so far forward already. Now it's up to Cortezia, but he's got his hands well and truly full. And only John now will remain. Dives on him, wants to get this one over with as well, I'd suggest, and that is a pretty clean round as EG emerge mostly unscathed.
Also prioritizing just getting the orbs over to their breach. Okeanos gets that defuse. What a nice retake from EG. They have some very, very solid coordination when it comes down to getting back onto that B site. Sen are going to have to be absolutely dialed in the post plants over there. Yeah, Kaiu just did not expect Digizin to already be past that line where he threw the stun.
Get that shit. Very good.
All 5 rifles retained.
So guys,
Yeah, flawless round, pretty important to get off to the races here on defense, especially
that'll
we'll
work.
get to see that B site tested. Sen want to run it back on A once more.
Yeah, is it time to just absolutely send it? It may be. There are 3 EG players here. Stun comes through. Wow, middle from Digizin. Nice shot. Traded out though.
Yeah, can't get back. Conk going to step up to the plate next. Going to play off the flash. The ping is also going to be there. That's a 1 for none. This puts a little bit of pressure now on Oki, and it's going to draw the rotation away by Superman.
Listen, if you're a SEN fan, you want to see Redux start to get the ball rolling here early, start to get some kills. Rolling Thunder is going to force Okeanos all the way back out of here. Site taken for SEN, 4v3 advantage. Let's see if they can close this out.
Tough couple retakes already from EG once SEN are well and truly entrenched. They don't really have that tower control yet. You can see Bao try to do something about that, work his way up, but John is going to be in residence. Redux hoping to play off the clone there. This is all slowing EG up. Nova Pulse as well, something that's going to be respected by the defenders. Bao, though, finding some damage. Tearing strips off these players out over in main, but John is going to be waiting on the side. It's a 1-for-1. Bao drops down. He's got to get active now as well. Has to respect this grab well. And now Cortez can sit back inside main and try and hold it down, but hold on, Bao yet again. Going to give it a tickle. There's got to be a step up here from Cortez here, and the timing's got to be done. Good! It's Bao again for 3. Picking up where he left off last week on this map. Dominant showing from our newcomer.
Stunning clutch from him. Cortezia, man, he's going to walk away from that feeling like it was his round to lose, a 1v1 to lose there. Had prime opportunity on the swing to get the kill. Redux had those nice openings, just winning out straight up trade fights in main, and even that was not enough.
No way.
The time delay wasn't enough.
For legal reasons, muted, of course. Yeah, feeling himself. That's why I'm enjoying this EG team. They're really interesting this year, and they got some, again, they're hard hitters on this roster.
And now one of their big win cons online, Digizin, one of the best offers that we have in the region, has that gun in his hands. He is just so proficient with it, so consistent.
In contrast to last week, though, Sentinels have actually got that extra initiator here, so they've got more options to try and clear those op lines. They've walked into Koala a lot previously. They might have done something in their comps to remediate that.
Yeah, at least with this breach, maybe opportunities to stun where Digizin's playing. Try and get him with a flash. Spots him out with a clone. Yeah, that works. I mean, you mentioned it, but that was such a struggle against Furia. They were getting torn apart by Koala's op, running these solo initiator comps, not able to force him off lines.
Sky on Breeze, they just had the Teo for split.
This is definitely a chance to
Covering it.
rectify those mistakes going up against another top-tier opper in their very next match.
There's a late round re-clear for EG behind this flashpoint. They don't really see Sen encroaching now, though they realize it. Super's going to try and back away now as the aftershock comes through. This surely is going to draw some attention, but there's a wedge driven in between the two sides of EG setup. Redux can make something happen here, but EG are calling players back from tower to maybe deal with that.
There, it's stuffed a little bit by that stun as Sen attempt to get out of this choke. 20 seconds left. EG have so many players here ready to fight.
Big one from the Raiders, going to double down on that. Superman ends up on top of someone's head. Kaiu's having to deal with that, and I think EG here realize it's a matter of stepping back, sitting on these weapons, keep the op in rotation.
Yeah, Superman just a little bit late on that drop. Couldn't tell if maybe there was a gravel there or stun, so he wasn't able to get out immediately to support those players' back sights. Man, if he could have, if that timing was a little tighter, EG would have had a shot there for sure. Now Bao successfully able to clean up these players from SEN who are desperate to get the op out of EG's hands. But honestly, SEN, look at their money. It's not like they really want to be losing that many players either. So this is probably time to relax, just let the spike tick and move on to the next one. Cut your losses in a win. I mean, it's a solid round from SEN.
Yeah, also the kind of round where SEN want a guarantee behind their duelist ultimates. Should have come to that. So again, making that rotate back over towards the A side and couple quick frags from Narrate to really get them entrenched.
Yeah, we haven't really had a situation fully come up yet where SEN have gone into this veto and have just gotten completely stopped by that brick wall, and then there's the breach util coming at them.
Boys.
They get stunned there in main, but ultimately Narrate, he's still double dashing in. Like, they're still getting that space, right? So EG's game plan has not been fully operational yet. It hasn't been completely tested. Center hitting the right sites.
They move Bao over to A now. Try and get some value out of the Sentinel util a bit. So far, Sentinels want to try and work mid. That's into the op line, though.
And that is going to be droned off, of course. And on account of that, Digizine just needs to get out before he was potentially suppressed.
Notice there's no gate crash active right now for EG.
Digizine has been able to repost towards B main, but this push out from Bao is a little messy. John catches him. And now EG want to respond with aggression towards B. They want to take some control somewhere on the map, try and even this up.
Oh, nice timing here from Cortezia. Flash as well, something he can play off comfortably. A mid-round noise cut here from Sentinels has EG pushing out for info.
Oh, I mean, I think that was Digizine's own flash. He just kind of got startled by the swing upper. Okay, well that's fortunate. That is very fortunate. And even more fortunate is the fact that Redux and Narrate, they didn't even have to use their ults. They've still got them for a future round.
They got the op dropped. That's being pinged out right now over on the B side, and Com was in no position to salvage that. Walking away with nothing but a Guardian and very, very light pockets.
Yeah, weird. I mean, Bao over on A pushes out in front of his setup and is just caught by John, who's just watching for the push. So it's about as free as it gets for the longest standing member of this new SEN roster. I mean, that's just so free.
Yeah.
And then from there, the world is their oyster. I mean, yeah, Digizine just actually got... he was so scared on the swing and just threw the flash out. I mean, listen, I get it.
Yeah, the voodoo hands there from Mr. Kaplan. He's definitely being able to, play the puppet master right now and hack into these sites. So far, not so shabby. 4 on the board.
Yeah, I think this is a really great position for SEN so far, honestly. I mean, obviously, small sample size, but if we're just going to go off of what we saw from EG in week 1 when they stole this map from Envy, it was their defense that got them like 10 rounds. So SEN are not doing too bad at all.
EG kind of predicted that now in a low economy round, Sentinels are going to test B for the first time, but they've given Bao the hero rifle.
EG do feel totally comfortable with playing for big retakes on this B side. Plenty of rounds where Bao's utility is going to be there, slow things up a little bit, the rotate from EG comes in, and I think this is where you see some of the best team play from them, but in this round, look, they just have pistols. They're totally going to lose.
Ooh, that was a little bit streaky there from Cortezia. He's able to find just the one. John, always on a line. Bao walks headlong into it. Rifle, of course, still to hand for EG. That one's been passed around like the traveling pants. Com embedded now in a position, but Narrate has just the right tool for this problem. It's going to be Redux that follows him up.
Now it's just those 2 left on the flank. Inevitable that Superman will be getting out of here. Trying to just keep this Vandal if he can, but he cannot. John deals with him. Not a huge deal. They're going to have that full buy next round anyway, of course. But yeah, I mean, I think another thing actually that just came up in that round worth mentioning is that in SEN's preparation for this series, they absolutely should be aware that over on that B side, EG love to play retakes with multiple guys going down mid and flanking through drops, sometimes up to 3. I believe there were 3 there in that instance. So they've got to be ready for that. That had been the crux of a lot of round wins when EG played this map prior. And I'm sure SEN are fully aware of that in the prep work that they've done here.
I don't hate the pivot for EG though on a pistol or like half by round to still contest mid. They didn't really have an option to find an early lead though. Digizine with the operator back to hand. Now big part of the win confidence EG side.
Massively important, locking down mid. And SEN definitely aware that this most likely is back on the field. I mean, even content to some extent just waiting out any aggression. See if EG tried to mix something in very active at this point in the game. Not going to come, though.
A round in stark contrast to those fast A hits we were seeing peddled by Sentinels at the start of this map. And this drone re-clear timing is pretty annoying for SEN.
And on this round as well, SEN are going to be totally fine just passive for a bit. Let's see if EG get active anyway. All right, just gather up to hit a site. We've got 4 ults. Redux can just get in right now with this Yoru ult, get all of the information, and then in a post plant, they have the Armageddon. I mean, it's just, this should be done, right? How can EG really get back in here? Maybe with that Rolling Thunder from Okeanos.
Like Cortezia is playing. Like, there's no chance of getting like any backstab pressure in A main for EG here.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, everyone is going to be coming from this front side. The Rolling Thunder is going to need to have a massive connection.
Okay, Armageddon goes over towards security, so this is going to have EG scurrying before they try and hit. Super decides to go forward instead, and all Digizine trying to avoid certain death, finds it a different way. They're up on the side, of course the short is going to go to work, but Com makes an exchange. Now EG have the positioning, but it's a post-plant util that's going to be a big problem. The Rolling Thunder though, held for just now, doesn't account for Redux on that backstab. In the side, he's amongst them, tears into shreds.
What an amazing use of a proactive ultimate there from John, getting that off in the spawn. I mean, knowing that there's going to be a lot of players there, Cortezia is watching the flank. He hasn't seen a damn thing, so he knows they're all going to be coming from that front side, right? This completely disrupts everything.
Oh, man.
And listen, that's the kind of mistake that's going to happen when there's a nuke dropped on your head.
Baby, I'm back! He's back.
Yeah, no. The Redux haters from week 1 right now, they are being shut up. He is playing pretty solid to start off this series. And yeah, look, that last series should just be a blip on the radar for how well he's been playing in the offseason till now, right? I mean, that was the first slip-up. And maybe just nerves. Maybe just nerves for this new team coming into VCT.
This roster historically has afforded far less of a grace period than their contemporaries.
Yeah, some would agree.
Okay, so now we are going to be hitting again this B side, again when EG are on pistols. SEN don't want to push into like a fully stacked site with weapons, but here they feel like they can contend with their veto util, and the Bow just gets caught around that corner, not able to fall back into connector. Quickly though, in Dimensional Drift, Digizine wants to try and get some info on this site, set up this Hunter's Fury.
Not really able to accomplish too much. I mean, using that on the round with just pistols as well.
I see Dutton flash around the box here for Digizine. Post is where the issue is, and again, Cortezia in a problematic position now to make his way around. The net is tightening on EG, and Digizine after 2 has to fight his way out of this. It is a 3-pronged entrapment. And yeah, his position's going to be confirmed by a drone that's pretty slippery to clean up.
Knows Cortezia is just biding his time in the back line as well.
Face the music, Digizine must. So that's EG member buying Sheriffs into that round. Sentinel's being very careful about when they want to work that B side of the map, only when they're objectively advantaged.
The comp that SEN are running just, at the moment, feels way too explosive for any level of anchoring to occur. This veto is really not getting anything accomplished at the moment.
They burned all those ults for what?
Yeah.
I mean, literally, he stole my next point. Bro, can you not? I mean, also, though, I was going to say, they are getting desperate. Com just throws out a Hunter's Fury. Everyone just had pistols
Dimensional
fighting on
Drift
the
on that round
site.
as well
I mean,
from Digizine to try and set that up. It's so speculative.
it's a big risk. Doesn't pay off. Now they don't have them for an actual pie round.
Back in a flash.
Oh, Divine.
Because of that wall, they don't know that Redux actually dropped down towards top mid.
He's just working that wall here now, Raids. One shot's all he's going to get. Superman drops low, though. Looks at the line. Val's going to be able to clean him up. Here comes a Rolling Thunder, though. EG not really set up for this. Superman's actually able to back away for the time being. Convergent paths will be the next throw in. And despite being hindered, EG are sat, well, safe as houses up here in tower for the time being. 2 up now for Sentinels, and they've got no choice but to trudge onto the site and try and make something of this. Try and dig Digizine out of security. That is beautiful positioning from John, and no one's watching it for DG, apparently.
Just fully exposed to upper. That's a mistake that is going to allow SEN to get back into this round, give them just a glimmer of hope here. No real util to work off right now. Kaiu's just waiting for that cycle to come back up on a stun.
And in context, this is a big spend for Evil Geniuses.
30 seconds left.
A big extension.
That's not ready.
Tom is more than happy here to be treated out of position. The swing for Bao there, just in case.
That's awkward. That is so awkward. And now the stun is also, of course, come back up for that defensive breach. But John keeps them at bay.
Yeah, a little special delivery to buy himself a little bit of time. Com now does have to get a bit more active. Spike down, he's down to 17.
One enemy
Oki though,
remaining.
yeah, and Bao can work this from either side. John will be surrounded. Bao exits the round with another 3-piece.
I mean, respect to those SEN players. I like the way that they were trying to find picks in that situation. I mean, unlucky that John doesn't catch Psalm there. Had an opportunity. That was a cool little play to try to get the kill. But then EG, they do everything right. You know, they're just biding their time backside. They have the advantage. And hey, listen, SEN, they're waiting to get their stun back up. Well, Okeanos is going to get his too.
Nice, pal. Keep going, baby.
And they can just send that out to get back in. You have Calm in Heaven just being so annoying, just making so much noise, and that allows the other guys to just wrap, over bridge.
I think Narrate uses Lightspeed earlier in the round to try and go after Superman. So there's no follow-up to the hindrance they get with the Convergent Pass. They know there's multiple EG players in tower. They just don't have a way to get there outside of walking up the rope. 10 and 6 for Bao though, not too bad.
Quick little shock. Bit of damage there onto Narrate early on. Dijazin has pushed himself all the way up towards B, has a teleport just to get back towards B Heaven. And so if there is A pressure, it's not like he's going to have an opportunity to support quickly. They're basically just playing this site for a retake with the Astral Wall late. Kind of their only option.
Yeah, Dijazin doesn't have a gate crash to get himself quickly to A. So they've left the weak side of the map relatively undefended. And it's been the one that SEN has been pounding round after round.
Yeah, I do feel like they just don't mind though, because they have 2 ultimates, but crucially just that Astral Wall to cut off all of main.
Yep.
Try and get back in with that.
Okay, here comes that Cosmic Divide. The location you expected, but Redux is going to push his way in. Doubling down over towards security. Bow under Evolution. Needs to stand tall here, but John doesn't need to fully commit to this. Off the special delivery. Nice exit there for that previous IGL, and it's going to be on Com. Doesn't have the time to make a round-the-world flank. Cosmic Divide still active for the next second or so, but it's not enough. Com can't win the 1v1.
That was really heads up from SEN. They understood the situation that they were about to be presented with when they're getting that site basically for free. They know that there's about to be an Astral Wall going right into the A main, so you can't play any spam positions. So what do? They just go forward. Redux is in there fighting in the smoke. John's there to follow up.
I'm him. Did you see how I destroyed him?
And that's, listen, the idea with this SEN team, just ask Rob Moore, is that now that John is free from the IGL role, he just needs to shoot them. He just wants John to be a shooter.
Some nice stats last week, a lot of save rounds from John.
Oh my God!
Able to find 2 on a bit of a wayward
back.
spray, but that's EG. Trying to eke out an early round advantage with this push-up, just falls flat.
That is just monstrous from Redux. A long time many have been waiting to get him into this VCT league, as he's just been tearing up challengers for a while. And then last year, just started playing a bunch of different roles, honestly. Felt like just like a, little training arc off to the side. Nothing crazy. He wasn't lighting up challengers single-handedly on Duelist like he did in the past, but just became a bit more of a well-rounded player.
Yeah, from that same challengers class as Verno, right? Verno gets called up last year into NRG, and we're still wondering, okay, where's Redux going to end up landing? Great year on Cubit Academy.
Right there.
Seeing what he can now display.
Spike planted.
Kayu's able to get the plant down. Com just a little off center there. Now retake for EG, but down to 3 with 2 Guardians to hand. No notable ability pieces either, outside of Oki's util.
Could be tough for Redux here. Yeah, gets pinged out and definitely has to get out of there.
A lot of eyes on that tower side here. EG trying to make their way through. Looks like fault line to be set up. They've got to go for it about now. Narrate allows himself to be affected by it. Still going to find that one shot he needs on Com. That is beautiful stuff. Build around this guy and he can deliver. Nice little 2-piece of flawless there for SEN.
The SEN duelists are simply shooting today, and that was a primary critique from their debut game. That Narrate and Redux, they were having a lot of first deaths, especially. They just were not actually getting the job done as far as these guys just need to get entrance. We're running double duelists. That has not been the case here. They are going so insane. And I like the way that over on this A site too, when SEN do opt to play a little bit more passive towards main, they're doing a nice job of just supporting like one of the entrenched players on site.
Definitely have a lot of doubters to silence with this bold new look on their roster.
Now this scoreline, if you see it on Abyss typically, I mean, you get 9 rounds on attack. This map is pretty attacker-sided, but it's just a little bit different when we saw EG be so successful on defense in their debut on Abyss. So let's see if they can make this a little bit more of a traditional Abyss affair and tighten the gap.
Mid control, easily enough taken by EG.
Time to
Definitely got some ears perked up on the Sentinels side, though. You've got Caillou and also John looking inward towards the map. Oh, the TP there for Digizine. Obviously, the sound cue given off, and it's going to be a 1-for-1 at least. The rest of EG there to flood. Now, encroaching on B.
Two anchors on site, completely surrounded. Redux, though, with this defensive smoke to just posture up in.
Superman and Bauer on this side. Was that smoke? And they know it. Cortezia cannot hold his own. He would have been swarmed by players either way. Now it's going to be up to John and Narrate to get some action going. Looks like they're going to split themselves, one upper, one to connect it.
EG feeling like that smoke was a little bit predictable. Now they should be able to close things out. Narrate over the top. Nice shot from
Too many angles to cover.
Yeah, absolutely.
John's going to walk up here, and his util wouldn't be that effective in a situation like this. Com dealt with. Okay. Wait for the disruption to elapse. Going to try and force Superman further up. Coasty actually takes a hit from one of those salvos, and John downs him. Time, though, is of the essence, and EG will sit back now, wait for the opportune moment to silence
One enemy
the caller of old. But John, he's getting loud. No reason not to! Are you kidding, brother? No time for the defuse, but man, style points earned in spades.
Few orbs as well. That was a hell of an attempt from John.
Bro, what the heck? 15 and 5, just quietly.
And plus 200 auras swapping to the Sheriff as well. 4 bullets and getting 2 kills with them. Respect. Respect.
Still importantly, spike planted. This is, that moment here for Digizine.
Yeah, but at least fast trade from Calm, so all good. This was a really nice split hit. Now, there are 2 anchors there from SEN, but you could just feel from their point of view that, just overwhelming status that they were in, right?
Yeah.
And the little play in the smoke, that one kind of got read like a book. So, unfortunate.
Yeah. John's domain expansion not enough to clinch the round for Sentinels.
And it may be time with these 5 classics to jump off of the map. it might be time, unless EG go back to A and walk into this stack.
Yeah, that is normally.
But I don't think they will be walking back to A at this point in the round.
EG know that they might have won 2 rounds there in that prior.
Yep, I do believe the minimap indicates they will be planting at B, and this round is done.
All right. Well, just the formalities here being addressed as Sentinels. Yep. It's a long walk off a short cliff face. We'll be done and dusted with round 14.
Flawless.
Nice flawless round. Well played, guys.
Clean as a whistle.
Well played.
Com took some damage. I mean, that's an area of improvement, but...
What, Com took damage?
Yeah, I think so.
Did he jumped off the little high ledge and spawn? Yeah. Listen, I've been there before. That's my favorite activity is jumping over that ledge and accidentally taking 15 damage before the round starts. Love that.
Yeah, the same as the jumping out of Heaven on Haven on that bit.
Classic.
On that A site, yeah. That'll get you.
Classic move. You win the round and jump down to defuse and die. Vintage. All right. Let's see what EG are made of on this bonus. Superman has a Marshall. Maybe can take a cheeky little peek here. Outside nest.
Yeah. He's going to have more than bargain from this. Yeah, and this TP, they were waiting for it. Bow here to pick up the pieces, but Sentinels have already pulled back.
Yeah, EG, they have shown a desire to go for that play. The Digizine, pop out of the TP up mid, and then someone swings off of him getting out of it, but doesn't really work there.
Mouse just kept going, though. Might be a timing that he can play off here. Yep, spots the raid on the side. He's almost able to get away with it. Refract. Caillou, though, steps up, but that's the Bulldog going to work. Bark and bite in full measure. Now Redux has to be a little bit more careful about how he works Heaven. This is flipped pretty darn fast.
And now smoked off so Bao can get out there to safety. Set up a teleport, maybe take a peek. Now, what is the util center working with? I mean, that's a lot, frankly. You're looking at Redux with basically a full kit, John with basically a full kit. You try to missile one of these players out of a position and trench.
Kind of showing themselves now. Bao had a free peek with that cross cut, but gets caught out before he can escape.
Recon back up for Calm. That could be pivotal.
I think this might be a little telegraph where he's going to play from, and John, man, even on the move, just too good.
Wow.
Another big round from him, man.
17 and 6, and with this defuse, has the Armageddon all ready for EG's first buy round. Absolute menace. He's just unleashed. He no longer has to use his mind. He just has to use his mouse. And he's been a phenom.
We talked about this so much last year when the calling was getting moved around, and when John, obviously a sentinel caller, then an initiator caller, saying he much preferred calling while in the pack. Now, of course, yeah,
he doesn't need a mic anymore. Just a mouse and a keyboard.
I mean, so far, I'm not going to argue with that scoreline. And like you mentioned, that Armageddon developed in the 4th round of this second half is huge. And the applications for such a sort of space-denying ability are myriad on this map.
It's a nice little Sova lineup for you to copy for your rankings, where you just get that EZA info straight off the bat. Calm does that one constantly. So they're going to take control of main, at least, with Digizine, who is not having as good of an outing as he did last week when he was 15-2 after the first half.
The op rounds are getting shut down, but then also there was that weird round he's trying to hold from security and isn't watching top boxes on A site. No one's covering that for him, so it's hard to really project it onto the overall issues for EG.
And now you can see Digizine making some noise over there towards A main with the clones. The rest of EG try to work towards this B side. Looked like maybe they wanted to prod up towards mid even, but that is not going to be the case. B side vacant. We might be barreling towards, or slowly walking ourselves towards a full 5-on-5 retake that SEN would be content playing. Yeah, they've got the Armageddon.
Obviously a no sentinel composition for this team, ironically.
30 seconds
they play
left.
off the side. They've got a ton of retake util. They don't want to play entrenched like EG were trying to get Bao going with. Refract here. Narrator's seen a fair bit of the action already.
Some of that Vita utility going to be thrown down.
Good against this heavy, initiator setup.
Yep. No one from SEN attempting any kind of flank. They are all just going to go from the front side. Redux, crucial opening.
Oh, that's nasty. Fortunately, plenty of time for Okeanos to try and get away, but Caillou descends up on that side already, gives it a tap. Digizine finds Redux. He pushed forward, though, to create that buffer. And now that Nebula in the way, Com's still able to penetrate it with a shock dart. Nice clean up there for EG. Knew they'd be dealing with some kind of heavy util retake.
That's some beautiful team fighting from main. Good shocks from Calm as well. I mean, there it's bold to try and stick that after eating the first one and going down to 55 HP. Just no fear, tries to get it actually diffused in that spot. Looked like this was all but over, honestly, for SEN. Yeah. John's util forces everyone back, and then the missiles force Bao to swing into multiple players, go down.
Looks like.
So this is going to be SEN just fully ecoed. A couple silly little guns to try to get some cheeky kills here and there, but EG should just be able to stabilize things out. Superman picking up the Outlaw. Nice on a round like this, though. You can get the one-shots. It's more likely that someone on the defense will be doing something aggressive on a lower buy. But it's not going to be towards A main, I'll tell you that. SEN look pretty content to just hold back at the moment and let EG come to them.
Yeah, narrate with the Bucky. Likely wants to try and have himself dunked. Still pretty heavy mid-emphasis here, and a gate crash that hopefully isn't used up mid.
Yeah, DG just jumping for some of that info, makes some noise, and you can see Narrate at the top of the map. He's trying to decide where he wants to go. Was on the rotate. Wait, do I go back to A? Am I rotating back? And it's going to leave just John here with just the classic. So, I mean, free sight for EG, 5-on-5 post-plant. There's no reason they should be losing this.
But the Aldrone kind of heralds...
Not to curse it.
But Aldrone gives EG's game away, so you can buy it a bunch of time. There's a ton of stall util, but SEN aren't convinced that this is a true A, so no one's really made the move across yet. John's done his best. He's bought 10, 15 seconds. He'll have to fall back off this and wait for the rest of SEN to rotate in.
Planted. My ult's ready.
EG have the Rolling Thunder. They have the Hunter's Fury. Bao can use the Veto ult that I don't know the name of, but he gets all the superpowers, man.
Be right back.
What is that one called? The Evolution? Right, of course.
You got it. No, you nailed it. Now you're going to be able to refract on back, but Digizine is in. Ready now to try and fight off anybody tries to make their way in. There is some tower presence. John up there, only with a classic though. Tough to break in, and Narrate's been trying to force that Bucky issue all round and never had a chance to make use of it. John gets his, and EG heads to the round with 3 up.
No, listen, I don't play Veto, man. I'm still a cringe Cypher
That
one
moment's
trick. even with nerfed Cypher, buddy, I don't know what the abilities are called. I just play against them.
Chokehold, cross card. Very powerful kit. So, still seeing the adoption rate for Veto.
John QT, you
Climbing.
shameless stat player. You're a bad boy.
Okay, this was a lot of the discussion coming out of like last week's games for Sentinels. He had really impressive stat line out of a O2 series.
Listen, it's not his fault that he had to rotate to sites
saved a
every
lot, yeah.
single time, all right? And this one he's farming. He
I had
is
to double check,
actually
was like
farming.
Owner coaching this team or not? I wasn't sure.
All right, dial in. Did you see teleport up mid, ultimate already, dimensional drift, getting all the info, Hunter's Fury combo, the classic, the vintage double ult maneuver.
And this time, Com's going to be able to find something of that Hunter's Fury. Tough for Sen to get a foothold here. Narrate does his best, and Kai's able to get out on Heaven there. Oki taking low. Caillou himself has seen better days. It's on John and Redux now. John going to be late to the party. Trying to play off Redux, and again, it's always at least the one. Guided Salvo should give him a little bit of space to encroach towards that coast position.
Wow.
And Redux gets in off the flash. Digizine looking in the wrong direction. And this two-man tour de force for Sentinels has torn EG apart.
That was gorgeous from John and Redux. They did everything they could have possibly done perfectly in that 2 versus 2. That was lovely. I mean, John sending out those missiles back sight forces the players from EG to the left side where he's got the stun waiting. At the same time that's happening and their positions are disrupted, Redux gets the flash into teleport to fight them. I mean, that was genuinely beautiful, and that is the in-the-moment synergy that's
there. The sites have been less difficult for EG to get into. It's holding on to them. They don't have to play up against the Sentinel. And Sentinels are giving them that space before snatching it right back.
Yeah, the comp is just so potent on a retake. Is that a main dart again? Quick flash just to take that space. Evolution being used right there by Bao. The ultimate activated. Bao right now, the one guy shooting on EG as they go for one of their classic maneuvers again. It's just Digizine teleporting up towards top mid and then
the cross cut for Bao though.
Yeah,
we've
that's
got
cool.
A double face here that threatens to shake John out of position.
Live.
He has a premonition about it though. Trying to buy more of that time. Special delivery fall back as they had the refresh of the guided salvo. And man, the guy's just too good. He falls back, so he's got Cortizia watching him.
Ooh, nice little jump spot as well. Those Supermans there to flash into the swing. This is just not the same team that we saw in week 1.
Now they give it a little bit of that space, but it's always double-faced. It's always backed up by a piece of util. It's like, yeah, EG, get that plant down. Sure enough. But now that Rolling Thunder comes in now. It's not going to connect with anyone, but confirmation now. The back of the A side is clear. Oki, though, this late little re-wrap has thrown a spanner into the works.
And finally an opportunity to get this Rolling Thunder off as well.
Timing's good. Not a whole lot you can do about this one. Ugly.
Last player
Narrate
standing.
though able to avert it for the most part. Kai has to give it a tap, but he knows he's going to get hit from 2 angles here, and there's just not really an option for Sentinels. An important round for EG to take here if they can. Caillou doesn't have the time. And yeah, fist pump for Oki. Needed that round badly.
I mean, we're talking about mid-round, how good Sen are looking, and then somehow EG just come out on top in that. I mean, mostly due to some really nice late round play from Oki, who's delayed on that wrap into Heaven, gets the free kill, and then finally has this prime opportunity to get the Rolling Thunder off from a really good position too, like sending it, you know, kind of horizontally into the site there is perfect.
I got it.
And it's the displacement on Narrate as well. It puts him out of position, allows Oki to step up and find another to leave Redux on his own. That said, we've got 2 Duelist ultimates up for Sentinels now. Oh, the weaponry, though, leaves a bit to be desired.
Them onto what feels like a rare eco right now. Digizine with one of his weapons of choice.
Time to jump.
It's just anything that has a scope.
Yep. Laura at the ready. There's going to be a flash to try and knock him off this line. Okay, he gets sent into the site. Fake smoke, what a clean up again. Poetry in motion here for Sentinels. Able to snap up 2.
I mean, you are joking. That is a crazy team fight for them to come out on top of. I'm a little bit stunned here for a moment. Just trying to replay that in my mind. Yeah. Like there was util coming at them as well, and then just smoke drop, boomed with Sheriffs. That's nasty.
Okay, good fault line timing here as well. EG forced back. Clock Blade even further. Now there's a real question about whether they want to attempt to work this B side. This is one of the rounds where Sentinels are actually anchoring on this B side.
Yeah, kind of a pick your poison situation here. You know, if they hit B, there's going to be a lot of Sen players there. If they leave B, Sen can probably go pick up the rifles that are dropped and have more guns on a man advantage retake with all like 2 ultimates. So this is going to be tough for EG. Coming into this round as massive favorites economically.
Now just close angle here. Knows what is coming, but it's drawn up again, man. Always seems to be where he's most needed. And now Bao has to turn tail. 17 seconds left in the round. This has completely fallen apart for EG. Bear in mind, a single rifle brought up in this round by Sentinels. It's going to be a quick hop, skip, and a jump over to the A side for the plant.
That is close, but he got it, I think. I mean, that was, yeah, he's good.
Planted.
All good, like 0.18 or something on the clock. And yeah, here's that other situation where they're able to grab one of the guns, but do they even need the guns? I don't think so. They're just killing everyone with sheriffs. And also, they have 3 ults, man. They have 3 ults.
Not even that. Flash, fault line, stealth drone. A ton of utility to sort of spin something up on a dime here. Yeah, dimensional drift, fair enough. Give yourself that foresight.
Oh my god. I mean, you'd hate to be Oki in a situation like that.
Hindered and plundered. Straight out of the round, now it's going to be on Bao. And John steams him. Sentinels will get up to 12 with a very unlikely fight back into the round. Surprising EG by entrenching on B, not giving an inch.
I mean, glass half full for Oki. He can be like, damn, I'm really him. They had to use a dimensional drift into the convergent paths, into the stun just to deal with me. That is tough though, man.
If you could take an ego boost for a lost round, I strongly suggest you do it.
You hate to be him in that situation. It's that first team fight though from Sen is just crazy. I mean, that is nuts. They just drop the smoke and kill everyone with sheriffs. All right, John is 24-9, man.
Look at what they've done to EG though. They recognize that those ultimates are well spent on that previous round just to decimate their economy.
24 kills. And only 9 deaths.
Yep.
Having a hell of a game.
And no stat padding, bro.
His util has been so good. I've never seen so many good special deliveries in one game.
You hate using the name for that ability, bro.
No fake TP that time, and it does kind of bait Cortezia out. So EG get a crucial opening to attempt to stay in this game. Get to 9 rounds.
Sentinels are activating here to maybe push off this B side. This is being watched for, though.
I mean, yeah, that could absolutely be their undoing if they go a little bit too far forward.
Great angle work there, and almost haphazard work from the upper there by Superman. Tries to have a crack with the Sheriff. Maybe the weapon disadvantage here starting to show up for EG. They're going to go for it now, but it's still Curry. This is ham-fisted, and the Nares now steps out and takes one comfortably. And a refrag to get him in a bit of a dangerous spot. Super handers him with the Sheriff. It's 3-on-3. And Caillou flashed through the wall, and bob's your uncle. 13-8 Sentinels. Strong start with a 9-3 opener. To Wyatt discuss that sensitivity issue at length, but we're jumping into Pearl here in just a moment. Sentinels really strong start on Abyss. 9-3 half, good clean finish at the end of the day. Now, this was a great map for them in that offseason. Cortezia, standout player on this Killjoy. Eyes are definitely going to be on him to see if he can carry that forward into the season.
Oki pinged out, but does not feel any threat. So just going to stand his ground. And that drone does not do much in the way of pushing anyone back away from B. Sen just content to play slow towards A as well. If you look at the mini-map,
yeah, I like that one.
I don't think that was optimal.
I think Caillou just wanted to see what the neighbors in the next, you know, sub-water Acropolis were up to. This one, though. Hard to say. To glean any information away from that one, we'll have a pretty well-held setup here with obviously this KJ util able to cover the push onto site, plus this link play.
Pretty slow from Sen. Not too much in the way of aggressive prodding. They just slowly walk up into A main after watching for aggression on B. Work into an A split.
We're outside of the gate crash window for Oki, so he's not going to be able to assist here. Nice little light speed on the side, but a refract from the raid. He's seen enough, apparently. Digizine holds his ground for one. Now here's the walk-up. Spike's going to be recovered, and quickly is going to be taken to hand.
Now with 20 seconds, is there any attempt to fight from EG? There is a flash, and Oki gets the burst.
Redox has to push this, and he's not able to quite complete the second. Cortezia, in for a penny, in for a pound. He's got to go for it. Superman stands tall.
Not a great start for Cortesia there, unfortunately, and Superman, he needed that. Map 1, he wasn't really doing all too much in the way of getting a lot of kills. It was a slow start for him, so nice that he's able to collect a couple very important ones as well early to get EG this win. All right.
For those at home, yep, saw that one away.
Time to go back to the laboratory.
I mean, all across around, though, felt a little shaky on the Sentinel side. There's obviously the dash into the smoke by Narrate, instantly sort of pulls back, has a player swing off him there in main. It ends up being a pretty rough trade.
All right, Oki now picking up that Outlaw. Obviously, that sight line on B. You just want a scoped weapon over there.
Yep. Hujazine playing up a little bit for that early action, of course, for the Guardian at his side. So they'd obviously fight for this orb here to some degree, but EG are going to push up into main, so we'll see the attackers here get to assume a different spot on the map.
Yeah, at least at the moment, Narrate is the only player getting anywhere near getting an ult right now. No one on EG. They're really going to try to throw some extra kills to at the end of the round, at least right now. I mean, honestly, if you're saying going back towards B here where you have no info, you gotta be thinking that someone is watching this with an Outlaw. There's like a 98% chance that that's the case.
We don't see him get a smoke, but Oki is there on the line. Now, okay, crash for him. Relatively committed for the time being, but I don't think he minds that whatsoever. Cortesia the next to fall now, and of course, Bao can start to chime in a little bit more towards that B side of the map. John did well to close the gap. Narrate also gets himself a weapon upgrade.
A little bit of confidence there, perhaps too much to keep fighting that, honestly. Oki just not willing to give it up, and then the Spectre at that range is uncomfortable at best.
Yeah.
SEN have got a chance, not a big one. There's 14 seconds left to get in here, but at least they've got one gun now.
John straight to the side. John flattened. Not a damn thing you could do about it. Narrate's also seen better days. He's electrified. And EG more than drilled enough in the protocol of spamming smokes.
And Superman is able to recover one gun. That Outlaw, did it go off the map? Did I not notice that? I think they might have just thrown it straight up off the map. I mean, the second shot from Oki was kind of nasty and unnecessary to hit a headshot, but that's fine.
I got greedy,
that's
bro.
Chill.
I got greedy. I had to heat up. I got greedy.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, again, my point, bro. Stop stealing my points. You're already playing professionally. Let me yap about it, dog.
You gotta let him have one thing. He was stuck there though. Couldn't gate crash out. So our drone forward. EG drawing a line very deep into Sentinel's territory now. Instead of just passive KJ util here in mid connector, they've actually pushed into Plaza.
With that turret down, and obviously the Nebula as well, top mid, SEN have to feel that there's some level of threat for serious aggression, like a full walk-up, right? Especially on a bonus round. You're going to go for something crazy. But it's actually a shift towards A main for EG, taking this space as a duo. Flash peek.
Kaio affected, but ducks away. That'll be enough for EG here. They're happy to set themselves forward over towards main. It's okay, crash out here. So SEN might actually re-hit that part of the map now with less than a minute left. They've got good link presence now, which is not been covered whatsoever.
Yeah, SEN might catch a nice timing to just pinch these two anchor players, not getting baited into going B where the majority of EG players are actually at on account of that A aggression. So this site really should be theirs for the taking.
The path could be an option. Now Red goes in. Kaio just guns Superman down as he tries to get ahead of the issue inside that smoke. An easy refract away. 24 on the clock. Still no plant as of yet. But EG have to set to flood back in here. Shocky on Kaio. So EG is still playing very far off this.
And that's all they have to do, right? They have the superior weapons, especially at range. A couple SMGs for EG.
Should have this covered. Here comes EG now, stepping up. They got high-low setup. Hujazine to have an undo redux.
Oh, no!
Call util in hand. Kaio and John able to recover things, though.
One enemy remaining.
And Saturate thrown over towards main. Vulnerable to is common, in no position to have any say here. EG say, okay, we'll have to settle for 2 guns stripped away and a proper buy in the next. These two ships are about to cross paths. That'll be Sentinels getting on the board.
All right, recovery from SEN. John with a good swing out towards Art side there. ultimately, right, they still do have the numbers and additional crossfire set up even after their duelist crossfire was dismantled. A nice tap from Dijazin, and then, I mean, yeah, that's honestly just kind of a misplay from Nerek trying to get the ult off there. Yep. I know he definitely regrets that and is thinking, why didn't I just keep my gun out? Like, of course they're pushing me. Like, but all good. Mistake not overly punished.
I would say like some of the micro issues are there. I feel like the macro for Sentinels, especially after the first map, was far better than last week.
And now we've got Dijazin with the AWP, by the way. It's over towards B, so not a factor in the early round. But yeah, it's back to this waylay AWPing. And like, yes, you can take the one nice peek on defense and then just refract and get away. But it's not like on a Yoru when you can be teleporting multiple times in a round, immediately setting up on varied angles across the map. That's why this has kind of been a focal point of discussion with these two duelists that EG have.
This fake Nebula's done nothing to deter EG. They know it's over towards A. This deep insert on B long is huge.
Yeah, no reason for EG to be elsewhere on the map. Stacked up right now to deny this access.
Risky from Bao. Can he catch Redux out? Pop, skip, and jump not going to be enough to get the youngster out of the way.
Remaining.
John has to jiggle pick that corner, but he is on his own. And at least we'll be able to emerge with his weapon. And he knows he's going to be getting pinched. Surely they know they're on a clock with Dijazin being so entrenched. So jump pick this, surely. No, face it. Dijazin is waiting.
And he just got all the info, straight up walking up B long. It's what you called out in the mid-round. And EG all too easy for them to know exactly where to stack up, fully deny that hit, and leave the round with every single weapon.
Smoke played there for Bao. That's some catch Redux unaware. He's mid-jump as he gets brought down.
That is some rock-solid anchoring, SEN. And now thrown down to the eco. Couple sheriffs, that is about it. And this is going to be an opportunity as well for EG to start stacking up some ultimates on this next buy round.
We might just be running this one down, folks. Behind this Allen drone. Round to the side we go. Superman only good for the one. A Bandit actually ringing out. Bao also takes a little bit more damage than he otherwise would have bargained for. This will open the side at least for Sentinels, but the spray through the smoke from Com will deprive them of the Yoru. Of course, the Nano Swarm there will make an early plant quite difficult.
It's looking like an awkward situation for EG for but a moment, but they've absolutely stabilized. Well, I mean, okay, all good, all good. That Bandit, man.
A little haphazard. Satisfying enough here for EG. Also building towards some pretty important elements.
Yeah,
locked down and they're ready for Bao.
That was really just what I was waiting to see coming out of this round, assuming EG were going to win. Was worried for a second, but didn't have to be. It's Bao leaving this with the lockdown. Superman leaves this as well now with the wall, so EG have got a lot of options headed into the next buy round to try to get another big win.
Okay, this time it looks like, I mean, this might be a really nice little call here from Sentinels. Pings towards that B side of the map. Of course, our opping waylay.
Yeah, I mean, this could just be a straight up classic. You hit B, you plant safe with the Astra Wall, and you have a bunch of stuff for the post plant. You know, you could get one of the players that's one orb away from getting their ult to get the spike plant. You have the Hunter's Fury for the post plant. Just keep the game easy to have these ults.
How much equity can Bao buy on this B side for EG? Behind this Sentinel util. There's an inkling for Evil Geniuses to come this way, and now, of course, lockdown in play.
They want to save that wall for later. They just get Cortesia the orb, throw the lockdown in to force everyone back, and then the wall after the fact. All right. And they can place that wall deeper. I actually love this. They get the wall in deeper because they know they're forcing all the players off the site. All right, Narrate is an absolute maniac. But then they can take the forward positions because of that.
Yeah, flashing themselves now through this wall. They want to make sure EG don't have a staging ground, but Bao holds his own. Redux out of the picture now. Hunter's Fury also committed by Caillou. Healthy enough squad of EG that Oki gets himself onto the side. Clone through the wall, thinks about the flash, but thinks again. Over the top, happy enough to have kept Sen at arm's length, but now this stall util is in play. Com, though, is able to give it a tap. Can this be interrupted? Yes, Nova Pulse is going to be there, but he just holds through it. Down to 14. Sen can't hear a damn thing on the other side.
It's that counter wall from Superman gets massive value when Sen are just ultimately forced back. But I mean, both teams used like the same ult play against each other, but it ended up working out for EG. I think it was honestly a bit of a mistake early too that Narrate. I mean, he went for that kill and then he has to get all the way out. Everyone is, forced out from that lockdown. They're not able to get dimensional drift for Redux.
Still going to be contending with Digizine.
I mean, yeah, they might just be keeping things simple here, honestly. Just pressure towards A, late lurk from Cortezia, back through mid into Art. We'll see.
Okay, no dash up onto the high box for Narrate though. Plenty of the Astra smokes to allow them in. Okay, Oki this time is rattling the cage, showing that deep duelist presence from the defenders.
Yeah, and at this point, because of Oki being that deep over towards Belong Sen, I mean, the A is definitely not an option in that moment. They can't go because they can assume that EG have stacked up more heavily towards that side of the map. And they're actually going to go back over towards B, try and force Oki back.
This time the gate crash, though, is in place for a couple of seconds at least.
Yep. And they're going to have to use this dimensional drift close because they don't have a drone to go towards Pillar.
Careful here.
Oki is going to be spotted out. He does have to retreat.
Instant pivot back here by EG. They're trying to get position. Looks like at least Bow's able to get into the site. He'll play halls.
Yeah, they want to commit to anchoring.
Redux may be unaware, has to go for a shoulder pick. Sees, though, the player and is able to take the fight. Now Narrate flashed out, though Redux is going to be there to cover his back. Both duelists dive into the back of B site, trying to shut the door on EG.
Seconds left.
How can they get back in with just 3 players lacking util and an AWPer? This is going to be extremely tough.
Yeah, what is it, a saturate? Digizine doesn't want to be pushing up like that. He can only passively play from under.
The real hope at the moment is just if someone on Sen over pushes. That's a nice hinder, but look at that grab well count.
Enemy remaining.
No over push this time around. Com will be happy to extract the 1 kill. Redux
On for the ace.
For the ace, and he'll have it! Nicely done,
more.
Sentinels.
We can do
Bounce
this
back from an
again.
early battering. They're happy to challenge into that single Yoru on Belong.
And EG aren't too pressed about that situation. They're going to go for it because they do have a lot of money left.
Oh my god. Yoru waylays.
I mean, it's just insane. It's just ridiculous. It's so good.
Habibi, welcome.
To which establishment?
He's back.
Huge, huge work. Yeah, it's funny, like, Narrate just flips around like Tinkerbell. Redux is able to follow up and be that second player.
Dishes in, able to afford another off. Posted up early towards A main, much like the last round. Wow, he's going in real deep right now.
Refract and just, again, it's Digizine playing
That's
in a pretty
so
aggressive spot
dangerous.
with the off angle not covered.
That's such a dangerous position.
Same thing happened on Abyss when he's playing out of security.
Yeah, he's taken some massive risks with his off positioning, and they have been punished by Sen.
Yep.
That's so early into the round as well. They have an opportunity to work the map. Look at Redux's TP. It's all the way over towards A side. They can pressure heavy B, pivot back if they needed to, but it looks like ultimately they just want to go B.
Val has no utility to play off here anymore. Simply just going to try and fall off the site without being picked. He's got the alarm bot to cover his rear. Now might just be a flood out of connector here with Com hoping to capitalize. Hunter's Fury at already here for EG. Is that a viable option? Nova Pulse Herald here right on Redux who sprays him down. 5 into 3. That's just good mats, baby. And there's still more out on the field for him, but he's low. The post plant, Sentinels can scramble over this B side of the map. And that round's done and dusted.
Redux is just playing with zero fear right now. Absolutely feeling it. Started slow last week, but I really think people were overreacting to that. His off-season performances
People
were
overreacting to a slow
so
Sentinels
good.
week 1? That's crazy, bro.
That, I can't believe
Bro's trying to evoke the deep magic over here. That is a fixture.
No, it was him and Cortezia in the offseason that were lighting teams up as a duo, especially on this map. We haven't seen Cortezia get too active yet, but his KJ here had been pretty insane. Yeah, look at this from Digizine. This positioning. He's just fully exposed to that left side. It's not like he's going to be able to teleport faster than someone can shoot him.
It's a misconception about how far up Sentinels already are. that is very quickly put to the sword.
Yeah, but there was a timing to do that because there was a Nebula down. I don't know.
Still a 2-round lead, though.
But after
Like the tides are turning.
After what was a pretty solid economy for EG, just 2 rounds of full buys getting offs, that's gone. And SEN can easily get up to 4 here. There is a stack from EG over towards this A side, so SEN overplay on this side of the map. Maybe some danger.
Good saturate, that's going to force the gate crash out. Com, though, doesn't have anything to shoot at with his Hunter's Fury, or does he? A hasty retreat being beaten by SEN, and they do get out unscathed. Now, though, their options might feel a little limited.
We have seen multiple calm Hunter's Furies on eco rounds. I mean, this one was clearly a set play. They came into the round with on Abyss. It was more of a spur of the moment thing. Flash out.
This is fine. John with the off. Bowder's been able to find Cortezia. Smoked up. John able to get out. That's another door shut in the face of Sentinels for now, but they're patient. They've already got the way into A. Superman, though, trying to intervene. Surely not with the classic out of flowers. What better advent of title for the bundle than that?
I mean, John is miles away trying to get to A main. So there might be a moment here where Kaiu's got to do it all. Smoke is good.
Smokes are good for John on the approach here. He's setting Kaiu up to be a little safer. In the meantime, it's going to be a push through to Smoke. And that leaves John on his own. Post-fire with it. Oh! It could have been something there.
Oh my god, I thought that was it. That looked like a lineup guaranteed.
Close but no cigar, but that is a round that is going to knock the wind out of your sails if you're Sentinels.
Oh, absolutely.
Back in it.
I mean, they're losing a 1v2. They're not trading out a guy with a classic.
I mean, it's rough.
Superman was hitting some nice shots for sure. Definitely not taking anything away from him. He was getting some great taps here, but you just can't be losing out that situation.
Both those players are looking into secret. Yeah, I mean, a frustrating round for Kaplan. You've got 2 players lined up there looking in the same direction, completely blindsided by Check's notes, a player with a classic and flowers.
This is in obviously able to save that op. Had been playing a lot towards A main on the last couple rounds, but this time wants to make something happen towards mid. I mean, yeah, this has been a slow start for Cortezia at 3-7 right now. He's been a demon on this map in the offseason. He's averaging across 6 games plus 7 kills in all of them, which is madness. He's playing Killjoy, man, but...
Okay, all those Astro Stars popped out. Dimensional Drift also used, but EG played off this A side entirely. They've got an uplink towards that Plaza site. So they're positioned for a retake.
Yeah, in a position with a retake where they've got the dimensional drift of their own, but it's going to be really difficult contending with a convergent pass, especially if that comes in late, if they don't pressure it out. Oh, what a catch!
That is huge. Did Lincoln double back now and try and play out from Lincoln? On the side is Okeanos. He is entrenched. Clone over towards that main side of the map, and Redux is going to have to challenge his bank of flash off the wall if he needs to. Super's on the defuse right now. He's gotten it to half. Gets off it though. That's the util that drags him away, but still, the kill's going in favor of EG. Narrate inside the smoke, going to be taken down at 5, and what do you do but look on if you're John? Not a damn thing! You could say when he stopped the defuse, the time, not there for Okeanos, unreal!
Oh my god!
3 players down to the spike! Huge Red Bull clutch here for Sentinels. John, picture perfect pick.
How has he stolen that away? You are joking. That EG retake was looking pretty phenomenal from Digizine catching that first player. Redux in, caught by Bao. All right, just gets a spam kill. That's crazy.
POV here.
But then the convergent pass come up.
It's Super on the DP. He just picks out the perfect target. He's got 4 people in his face. You're spoiled for choice.
Superman was so close to getting it to half earlier. They're getting aces. They're winning a crazy clutch like that. That honestly, in a way, it kind of feels like EG aren't in the lead because SEN are just pulling off some crazy stuff. Yeah.
But I wonder how they feel, right? Because if they might have to remind themselves that they're actually up by 2 rounds.
Oh yeah, they're like, we should be up by we should be like at least 7 right now.
All right, play hero towards B long. Okeanos stands his ground for a time, but is pinged out by that.
Be right back.
Bolt.
A lot of damage onto Narrate.
See what? Okay, that's a refract. Oh, good.
Cutting through.
Full stack from EG over towards this B side right now. And SEN, they have an idea that something like this may be happening.
And now you're contending with this Cosmic Divide fighting back into this A side, but this is another round where EG have the retake Cosmic Divide at their disposal. So SEN don't want to make use of that flood utility too early on. Maybe they don't want to fight too far forward ahead of that divide this time.
Cortezia hears everyone from EG running through spawn towards A. So he's just telling the team, get out of here. But he's caught. That's the danger of playing such a forward position like that.
But EG are slow deducing that Cortezia's presence there could herald an early retake for Sentinel, so they could be a little slower to be.
We could see a situation much like a previous EG round window where they are going to throw down the lockdown and Superman's Cosmic Divide to force everyone from SEN right back out to B main again so they can get on the spike. And now at least Bao has a rifle to work with.
Lockdown to send them out to long, and Cosmic Divide to keep them there.
They're doing it, yeah. EG, they're taking this risk.
Okay,
Bunch of Fury to counter it, yeah.
Okay, lockdown dealt with. Now EG flooding it at the same time. Sentinel's going to be quick to respond to this. Narrate in Hall. One by one, they're pushing him. Flash can't even help them. Narrate and Redux combined in Halls yet again. A Bao can only swing that wall a couple times. SEN have got this game back to 1 round.
That was huge from Caillou to be able to just deal with the ult straight away, breaks the lockdown, and then the rest of the team being very proactive in fighting forward and not putting themselves in a situation like before where they're trying to just spray at a guy that's on the spike in a smoke. No, we're just going to fight them. We have better guns. Play together. We will kill them.
Let's go.
And Cortezia being the hype man that he just like suddenly turned into halfway through last year when MIBR desperately needed someone like that, and he's just still that guy on SEN.
Yeah, bringing with that confidence. Raw passion. It's not something that Sentinels are short on, that's for sure. Now we have an Odin in the hands of Caillou. Just how permeable will this
one for
A-side
Calm. They both just, I don't know, they mind melded, and they've both got Odins on this final round.
Both playing towards the same side of the map. Okay, lockdown though. That's a consideration for EG, I'm sure. And of course, they do not have Comms Hunter's Fury to answer it as easily as Caillou's did.
About to do with that recon? I'm just curious. There's about to be a recon and some Odin spam, I'll tell you that.
Okay, Oki force off the side.
Oh, some though. Not an opportunity to do it.
Lockdown's expired slowly. Digizine is on this sort of wrap. He might have to pick up the pace a little bit, though, to be a factor in this round properly. SEN are happy to sit off this. Play post finally got the Odin spam. That's going to be a big problem for EG if they walk into it, but Narrate and Redux get cleared. The duelists are gone. Now it's on the A main presence. A little bit wayward here, but nice saturate there from Digizine to make sure he secured that elimination. And now John will step up around the corner. Caillou spraying down for 2, but he's being pressured. The pinch finally comes in as Digizine gets himself a Vandal, gets EG the round.
I'm gonna need to see that Oki spray transfer real quick on the replay. SEN have loved to play these post plants with their duelists entrenched, and then support from other places on the map. Wow, that was nice. So fast onto Redux. Good little play from Digizine.
Let's go,
that
Daddy,
saturate.
you're home.
Okay,
the little kid.
early.
Yeah.
Find to decent timing.
We'll see on attack now, though, because this is when he needs to be, 20 Red Bulls deep, double diving in, Bucky into smokes in B heaven. Like, this is where we need to see some mental stuff. This is just what you do on. It's just the agent, man. It is just the agent.
We did see that from Narrate on a couple of occasions in the previous half, so.
But that's what they're going to need from him, though, to be a crazy entry player now. He can't be as slow pace. I don't know, unless they just play a slow game, I guess. But SEN pushed all the way up towards B, where EG are waiting out that aggression.
But yeah, look at this link presence already established for EG. No mid control attempted for Sentinels, hoping just to contain. But yeah, look at the pings here. Sentinels though, okay, we've left a hole in our formation here, so let's just maybe double back and check this.
I mean,
they pulled off A.
Honestly, wow, yeah, we're a minute into the round and it feels like SEN have
vision.
little to no map control. I mean, they're pressed up a little bit on B, but the fact that they even have to watch Sewer right now with a player is like removing John from doing anything particularly relevant on a site.
Having their bluff called, yeah, they were forced to voluntarily give up that A side.
Yeah, now over on B, they're fully aware that SEN were pushed up. Time to take A to get that entry onto Cortezia. That's really nicely done.
Spike planted.
John will wait.
And now what's the setup going to be? Very off-site. I will tell you that.
They've got
Very, very off-site.
all of Com's util really still to work with here. Something you can certainly play off. Com just checking to make sure that wrap around a sewer isn't going to be problematic. Now Ray going to be pinged down. Redux looking for a challenge here off the recon, but Digizine more than ready for it now. Saturate going to catch on to 2 players, but, well, they return one in kind. Now Okeanos getting a little bit active over on the link side, and John steps up. Only one, and that's not going to be enough. EG, another pistol round to their name.
That's nicely done from Digizine. It's, I mean, that steady aim, just holding with 10 HP the angle towards main, and one taps that initial aggressor from SEN. I forget who that was. Yeah, that's Redux going into main. Just gets shut down. He even had the recon to support him, but it didn't matter. Yeah, and then just some spam through on weak players.
When the recon was ignored,
it look easy.
They let it ping out 2 players. Digizine just wanted to fight there.
But ultimately, when you go back to the beginning in mid-round, SEN just gave up so...
Yeah, he comes with a lot of those qualities. He comes into VCT with maybe more of those qualities built in as a result of that sort of academy pipeline that Sentinels have been able to put together.
All right, here we go. It is round 2, EG. They won their 2nd pistol on this Pearl map. All classics for SEN. No risks being taken at all. Oy.
Well, suffice to say, cat's out of the bag. But the number of EG players set up here. At the end of the wall, but Senna responding by trying to get some link presence, but they get caught flat-footed. Caillou not quite able to join up the rest of his team. And that's that Sova util off the table here in this later part of the round if they want to try and fight back, and they're all coming from Link.
Oh, SEN taking time to go out.
Okay, Valorant going to find himself 2 though, but again, the Spectre so well apportioned on this part of the map in that scenario. This leaves Narrate forced out, Saturate thrown, and it's retreating back.
Messy there for a moment, because like the Nebula was going up and down while the flash came out for SEN to try and fight through Art, but most of EG were still at main. That was a weird little situation. Could have gotten even worse for EG, honestly, but...
I guess they're trying to catch a timing and flood back onto the site, but without any advance notice of the Sova, because Caillou gets picked off before that, it's just a gamble.
Basically here, you know, for Digizine, just stay in the corner. Don't do anything. Live with your gun and let the other guys take care of business, and you're good to go.
Yep. No map to jump off here, really, so...
Nary not even really going to go for anything. Just go down to the spike. So EG, a nice opening. Okeanos close to that dimensional drift already, so you could definitely see a world where EG try and put some emphasis on getting orbs for him in this round. Just away.
This is obviously going to open it. Now, I mean, said make a play, but they really are just shooting in the dark a little bit to try and determine how committed to the side of that point Evil Geniuses are. Something you notice on Breeze from Narrate, he's so aggressive into the chokes early in the round on defense. On that Breeze A side, he was constantly pushing up, harassing, pulling back. See how active he gets here on this defense side. Obviously, Sentinels are board up now, and Caillou immediately goes to the Yoda.
So EG not getting too proactive and actually trying to take control of either extremity right now. They've given up a main and obviously know that SEN have it, given they just got an orb for free.
Yep.
Yeah, instead, emphasis going towards hard. They're going to have to break that alarm bot at some point here.
Yep, and they are able to make their way through that. This is SEN now grouping up on this A side.
You can see them scrambling back. They don't want to get pinched if suddenly a split execute was actually activated.
Gatecrash also thrown towards that spawn direction. It is in perfect position for Redux to join them.
And EG, you know, similar to that pistol, it's like they're getting a lot of map control right now, but they don't actually have to commit to anything. They still got a player in B main watching for a push-up, and now they're applying some pressure with a drone towards Link as well.
A lot of this is about clearing that KJ util.
All the way up in, you know, Link themselves. Cortezi has to watch sewer.
Now, when there was a blackout in the middle of the map in that pistol round, Sentinels had to give up that A site entirely. There's a similar situation brewing here.
Honestly, EG have so much map control, I think their undoing could be like indecision because they have so many options. Look at the way they're spread across the map right now. 23 seconds trying to get into A against this Odin.
Dangerous for Caillou as well. He gets taken down to 39, trying to give him hell from that position.
To run the spike back to B.
And it's going to work as well.
Bao has walked in. I mean, it'll work unless Redux gets in and just starts shooting.
I think Bao's going to be a stick kills him. He's thinking, no, Redux is up there, but the spike gets intercepted. Bao still able to make the trade. Narrate gets taken down. Redux able to avoid that grab.
They have no time. time. They have no time.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hate to say
Indecision,
I
you
called
said
it,
it.
but I
Oh.
literally called it. They had just too much map control. They didn't know what to do with it, you know? Oh man, it just fell apart.
So much of that round, though, it feels like EG are following the game plan. Like, hey, let's safely push up and clear this KJU util. Can we pull some rotates? Can we get a clean sight? I just don't think they account for the spike carrier being picked like that. Maybe there's a chance you try and run with comm, have a trade opportunity. Yeah, that's a bit of a one for the blooper reel, folks.
What's the move here from EG? Are they going to get a little more aggro trying to fight for A main early? Because last time they just straight up gave it up.
They are anti-dart positioned right now.
But are they going to throw anything? See, I thought maybe there was going to be some kind of activation off the orb tap because SEN did get it last time, but no, they're just contacting it.
Okay, SEN realize. Okay, that's a gate crash pretty far away back to the site. Kaio's able to get out as well, so this is great result for Sentinels. They are forcing EG to pay pretty heavily for marginal gains in map control.
And as things are slowing down, definitely worth noting that narrate's all the way pushed up into B main, like looking straight into main and doesn't see a thing. So
where's the mid control?
Yeah, see how SEN have maneuvered around the map because of that.
So they take down that turret, hoping probably to pull players off of A as they re-hit it now.
Yeah, but they've got the right idea. I mean, there's still three players on A. They don't need to move. Narrate is watching B main. Cortezia has the info towards the links.
Oh man, this could be ugly, folks. 30 seconds left of the round. At some point, EG are going to have to bite the bullet. Or be forced to eat them themselves. That's little shock down there's going to force them back. Okay, we have some Waylay presence up on the site. Redux is able to avoid the saturate, but Kaiyu's there, and Okeana's out in the open. Caught unaware. Now, it's a time game. Superman steps up here. This could be disrupted, though. Some shots are coming through. Relay bolt.
Spike planted.
Another recon.
One
Look at
enemy
that
remaining.
recon. I mean, it lights everyone up. There's too many players from SEN. The spam is just way too much. They knew exactly where EG were going. They had, on that round, as opposed to a couple of the others, all the map control in the world. I mean, they knew nothing was happening from EG B main. Cortezia was controlling Link and had the alarm bot art, so he knows basically what's going on in mid. I mean, that round was just so free for SEN, it felt, honestly.
The pathing outside of the spike run over towards the B site actually looks pretty similar for EG, though. They do get in mid, they clear turret, they get into Link, but it happens way later in the round. Like they don't have any mid control until like the last 40 seconds.
And even on the execute, I think it looked like maybe one of the smokes towards Flowers was late, and that's when Digizine got killed crossing, because I saw a star on the ground. I don't know, would have to rewatch it, but
Oh, they're fighting for this.
yeah, this time EG are not playing around.
Okay, Okeana's somewhat committed. Redux, of course, the one left behind, but he has his ways of getting out too. Okay, crashing all the way over towards the B side now, so there's a window for EG. They've been really uncertain. They've been ponderous here off this early round engagements.
And now they've got this dimensional drift for Okeanos when they get into a late round hit. They've been leaving Superman on a lot of these rounds, just a lone man, just watching B for any serious aggression from SEN. This time, the first time really, just pivoting back to him now so they can get into a full exec. You can see, yeah, I mean, they're definitely hitting the psyops, right?
Who's next?
DP's going forward, pop the ult, go into it, clear out that entire B site while the rest of the team run forward.
Now, is there going to be help for Okeanos as it comes out of this drift, though? Can Digizine get into that side quickly enough? Yes, he's actually planting at the moment. Superman can wrap around and help him. Those heavy smokes in tower help.
EG need to play forward because John is going to be able to throw down this Cosmic Divide.
Good saturate, that's what you're looking for. Digizine tries to assert himself, but he gets traded out in the end. Still good Hall's presence, though, from the attackers. Narrate cuts into wood for the trees, and he's got to go and fight his way into Halls. Okeana's flattened by the shorty. Kaiyu just awkwardly lumbering, steps up on the tower. Is dealt with now. SEN down to 2. Pivotal round here, folks, and time is running out. The Cosmic Divide dissipates. It'll be fighting on long, but Narrator's going to get himself there. Now there's just Com on his own. Shock Dart's not going to be enough, and frankly, it misses. Narrator looks to challenge. John has to get off the spike, but time is short, and Com has done this many times before. Cool, calm, collected as Com. The Red Bull clutch keeps EG ahead.
They did a great job fighting together there when that Cosmic Divide came down. Like the Digizine was getting forward, was able to hinder that player towards Link. put the pressure on Sen when they were trying to get back in there.
One enemy remains.
Sean got a couple good kills, but yeah, that's not going to be enough.
Ooh,
That
could have gone either way, mate.
Yeah, just
Holy.
the fact that he lives and gets off, knows that John is, he got it to half, but is off, that, you know, basically seals up the round.
Shot done.
All right. Eyes on Hunter's Fury here for
Does that
Caillou.
go to the alarm bot and Link? It doesn't break it.
Yeah, I don't know if
I
it
wonder
quite...
if that happened before, then like Cortez's minigame moved it somewhere else. I don't know.
Yes,
Interesting
it is
regardless.
actually more to the left than it was.
Yeah, maybe that happened on a prior round, so switched it up.
Clever. Reminds me of the old Icebox mind games on Boiler.
EG are quick to get into art on this round. They definitely want to be breaking those alarm bots that are being placed in either art or Link ASAP. I mean, that's kind of the goal here, right? It's like, okay, if it's Link, hopefully the Shock Dart breaks it. If it's art, then we're going to go there and break it.
It's a very deep alarm bot from Bao. Look where he's got that.
Yeah, and Sen do have to be really concerned. They just lost A main because Redux felt like he needed to teleport away and get towards B, which it's looking like that's the right call. And they've actually re-picked up A main, so Sen are going to be stacking the right site here. They have had the right reads on defense.
Okay. Cosmic Divide time. This cuts off Tower, of course. Convergent Paths committed to the fight. Here's John in position, expecting a flash. It comes later. He actually turns it too early. This is awkward. Taken low, but still somehow emerges with the frag. Digizine finds Redux, but John is at fire, but he doesn't seem to care. It takes Calm in the end to bring him down. Now it's on Caillou and Narrate, both coming from under. Narrate a little bit slower, should at least be able to get a high-low setup as Calm is revealed, but the spike is down. In time as he gets Sentinels. The numbers game also stacked against them.
Just Caillou alone. This spam, that's not going to be enough. And even at that, Calm is able to escape to long, so not even in a position where he's going to be susceptible to it. Players are low, though, for EG. Maybe there's a chance.
Nowhere to run!
Hunter's Fury reveals Com's rather obvious location. Caillou again, another tap, another tickle. It's Bao out of the picture. Does he expect a second player? Com eventually steps in.
Bit of damage, but yeah, not going to be enough. Well done from Calm. Another late round situation where he's coming out on top. I mean, Digizine is getting some huge kills there, bro. I mean, he's literally just like walking around and shooting people because he's got insane aim.
How does John get 2 kills on that site, though?
Yeah, it's crazy. That flash was mistimed. He was waiting for it to come out from Redux. Thought it was coming. It was.
Timings that worked out well. He's certainly given a strong account of himself here.
All right, Sentinels, crucial full buy, or EG are going to get to this match point.
They've got to go for a stinger for Cortezia, though.
I'm still waiting to see if there's going to be a round where EG activates something off of a tap on this orb over towards A.
Look at this investment of Keijo util in mid. Even the Nano Swarm thrown to double door.
Yeah, this is fast from EG to try to get in. They want to activate the alarm bot with the clone over towards art, which they do.
Gonna fall back here. Hitting the brakes.
Digizine's plan here. He wants to follow up on this. Saturate! Redux tears his head clean off. Superman's follow-up timing seemed fine, but Redux is too sharp.
And now all of a sudden, EG are getting into this site, and they are surrounded by SEN players if they commit.
But Redux saw them hesitate. He knows exactly how much time Sentinels have to make this happen. Cortezia gets some value out of the stinger in the end. Before being brought down by Oki. But he's on his own. Crucial round win there from Sentinels. Stopping EG in their tracks as they try and hit A.
Redux was just a brick wall in A main. Superman can't even get the trait out in time. It's just too fast. Give me that replay.
Yep, roll it. Roll it, baby.
Production. And the hinder misses.
Yeah.
So Digizine just not able to capitalize off anything.
Come on, baby, Habibi!
It's not as if he forces it really either, but he doesn't have a lot of backup in A main. Superman is a step maybe too late to get a clean trade, but Redux is nasty.
Yeah, I mean, it's just nasty. All right, Digizine trying to catch one with the Bucky, but out to safety are SEN. EG are not going to slow down, though. They get right into this site, and SEN are just giving up the space, intending on playing this for retake. They have the paths from Narrate to do that. EG, they want to do something active, though. They want to find a pick right now.
But Sentinels read this. They were worried about a flood over towards that link side. Digizine is high value.
2 with 1. You can't be doing that,
Cosmic
man.
Divide still here to work with. You've definitely got options.
One enemy
Yeah, the kind of
remaining.
round you'd hope to have pretty easily. Yeah, Cortezia gonna go for a round clean up. Clever from Sentinels, though. They ready into a potential flood into Link by EG there. They all double back around towards Flowers.
Yeah, that was smart. I mean, Center, they still have the way better guns. They're able to clean everything up, but
Yeah, we need to see
I
that
don't
back
know,
here
man.
again, bro.
This is so stupid.
Fish in a barrel.
Yeah, I like this from Sen, though. They just... Wait, all right.
Oh,
Guys,
take the man down. Hunt the man down.
we're not playing any games. We have better guns. I don't care that they put a lockdown in, but just go kill them.
It's no small commitment, really, that lockdown from Val. So now Sentinels start to stabilize that economy a little bit, and very powerful retake ultimates behind them now.
Again, they're taking A main. So consistent from Sen. They're doing this basically every round for absolute free. And EG now, after having struggles there in the past, no desire to even bother. It is just everyone towards B, but no ults available. Oki 1 away from the dimensional drift.
This time Digizine's not carrying a spike, so he's in position to dive into halls to make sure this double duelist can get a real foothold. It's going to be scattered out early. Some of the KJ util cleared. There's Oki taken down, though.
Yeah, that's, I mean, almost certainly just random spam coming through from Redux while players are pushing into sight. Does Digizine want to go for more? Does he want to get hungry?
There's so much here to work with. This retake util is...
Oh, do they... It feels like there's some indecision. He
Yeah,
wants
I
to
don't know.
fight, but he doesn't know.
Flashed out, Digizine. Cortezia is also in a very powerful spot. It's going to have to be given up for EG for the time being. And now, of course, you play from behind this Cosmic Divide. Your
This
options
one's
are
done.
limited. You aren't hearing it. You're saving guns. That lockdown caught him out.
And Superman just hoping that's a clone walking up towards him. He's stunned in the corner. Good retake from Sen. Felt inevitable that a big retake with ults was coming, given what was on the board heading into this round. And it starts with, yeah, Redux just gets a spam kill. Easy. And then, yeah, here Digizine he's in that situation where it's like, okay, they have the lockdown. Can I get myself in a position where they're not going to expect me forward? It looked like maybe he wanted to peek forward. Do I wait? And then, unfortunately, just flashed, dealt with, and
Time to
he's down.
jump.
I mean, that round's over. Okeanos, though, after going down, does have the dimensional drift. And EG are more proactive at getting Sen the hell out of A main.
They have that Sova util to help them in A main to maybe have more confidence in the capture. Even saw Okeanos step in. It's a pretty big commitment by EG to that part of the map to leave an insert behind for now. And that rate is encroaching. No op to hand, but convergent paths at his disposal.
Slow from EG to work back here. Calm still has that drone, so he's going to have to use that to clear these close angles away.
Oh, okay, yeah, the drone kind of ruins his plan. He was getting ready with the paths.
There, it's just got to get out of there. Doesn't have any other option.
Cortezia was there, though, very quickly repositioning himself towards his B side.
And they are stacking up. They have 3 players there. They have been majority players on the right sites in feels like every single round.
He's calling the ultimate, yeah. Okeanos sees this coming. How do you respond to this? Virgin Pass comes through regardless. Now ain't going to be brought down by Bowther when Oki is in halls. Clone to set him forward now through these smokes. EG going to try and contest from this part of the map, and Oki delivers. It's John, it's Cortezia, though. That could be a bit of an issue.
Spike down,
1v2 for
B.
Cortezia. No spike down, 15 seconds left. He can play games.
One
Digizine
enemy
left
remaining.
solo on the angle, and Cortezia, you bloody unreal. 4 kills, and that might have been enough to drive the sword through the shoulder blades of EG here on Pearl. What a comeback. What a Red Bull clutch.
Absolute monster play from Cortezia. What a phenom of a player. I mean, what a pickup for Sen in this offseason. He's really been phenomenal with them. And even today, when he's a little bit quiet, to close out the game damn near, he's going to make a play like
Oh, I'm going to speak up.
Glass Cannon Guardian. Very rare pickup. No
Too close
ults
for comfort,
a
guys.
soul
Come
in
on.
the server. But Calm being just 1 away is definitely something EG can try to play to. He is the one carrying the spike at the moment.
Yeah, but are they going to get into any of these sites for free
I
like
like
that?
this from Redux. Out of this, moment he picks up the
What a
off
line.
going towards Art.
Yes! Unreal.
That is really such a heads-up play because EG have just been constantly going through Art, constantly trying to break that alarm bot position, taking that space on the map early. We haven't seen a lot of opping or any at all from SEN. Perfect time to mix that in.
EG might get funneled here in towards a link that is being heavily watched, especially by Cortezia, a hero of that previous round. He's falling back off pretty familiar timing. Seen this from him a number of rounds in a row, just in case as an attempt to run the spike elsewhere on the map, which, you'll notice, Bao is considering back there at Plaza.
He's going to show himself breaking that drone so they can leave Oki inserted, who's now throwing his teleport away. And SEN, they really don't have to force the issue here at all. They're relaxed. They can play this for a full retake situation.
They
30
might make the wrong
seconds
choice.
left.
Yeah, or if EG hit B, they're going to be walking into 3 players again.
We'll see how this shakes out. Narrate playing close here. This is risky to say the least. Oh, he's seeing plenty of action. He's going to go for it. Bao's taken down. That's the KJ off the map. But Cortezia,
Standing.
with arms wide open, says, step to my sight.
10
And
seconds
Superman,
left.
in a desperate, dire situation, EG in the doldrums, money looking awful. He'll try and salvage this simple Guardian to stay alive in the map.
Will he even be afforded that? Yes.
Match point.
Does shut down Narrate, but EG attempting to go for a split onto B, but Superman is just smoked off in main, so it's not even a split. They're just going through Link with 3 players, so a hinder that's catching everyone.
And see that from Redux? We got that from him round after round after round on Breeze, and he was getting read into, he was getting caught out, he was forcing it. That's the first time I feel like this map we've seen that kind of forward posting from him on defense with that op. That's an important kill to take momentum away.
Look at the center picking up 2 outlaws in this round because of EG's money.
Okay, we'll see if that pays off. They've also got the Odin for that early damage. Okay, Hunter's Fury built up by Com in that last round. He's going to let it go, but it is speculative. Doesn't tell us too much about what the action is, and Okeanos gets deep and gets downed.
Digital is so weak right now. Superman trying to press forward with that Guardian, that save.
Okay, finds himself another. Probably going to get up. Bao tucked around the corner. Clone giving off the flash. It's Com and Bao to make this happen. Back to back on the side. Bao pushed up. Nova Pulse avoided. John biding his time. Sentinels can slow it down. The spike is out in the open, in their purview. And EG are the ones that have to make the move.
Cortezia is slow, just watching for some kind of push, maybe a wrap towards Flowers.
Oh, they give themselves away. They're going to clear the corner with that Nano Swarm. But they telegraph their swing around the corner, and Sentinels bounces back. They've